Hello guys and welcome. I hope that you're doing well. My name is UHDking, or I play 4K, aka I play 8K, aka I play 16K, and during this video I'm going to demonstrate Diablo 3 PC game running in 16K video resolution, 16K UHD, 16K gameplay, 16K gaming in Diablo 3 PC game. This is going to be the world's record, but this is not going to be the first video of 16K video resolution gameplay in Diablo 3 PC game. I was the lucky and the first YouTuber, the pioneer that did for you guys the 16K video resolution in Diablo 3 PC game in 2021, I believe, or 2020. But it was on a single video card such as Titan RTX video card. Today I'm running Nvidia Titan RTX video cards, but two of them, and I'm running in Nvidia SLI. So two-way SLI mode, two Titan RTX video cards running together. Do that Nvidia SLI technology supports DirectX 9, DirectX 10, DirectX 11 APIs. Doesn't support DirectX 12 API, but DirectX 12 API supports multiple GPU. It's just not Nvidia SLI. And 90% of the games that running DirectX 9, DirectX 10, DirectX 11 API support multiple NVIDIA cards such as NVIDIA SLI technology. More about it will be available for you over the SLIready.com or SLIreadygames.com. SLIreadygames.com. It's two of my projects into one project about multiple NVIDIA video cards. But SLI technology is kind of old school technology, and Titan RTX is the last dinosaur, the last mammoth. So the purpose of this video to show you how it is on the last mammoth video card, on the last dinosaur video cards that is supporting fully SLI features in PC gaming, and to demonstrate what kind of performance you can squeeze out. So today I'm running the 2018 technologies, because Turing GPU architecture by Nvidia that is powering today our Titan RTX video card was available all the way back in 2018 to purchase. So technically you will be able to run 16K video resolution all the way in 2018, but I was so busy while recording all kind of different 16K video resolution videos, I didn't do that. But a 16K video resolution I did even before the Titan RTX video card, because it's going to allow us to play it even on the older video cards such as Titan X Maxwell GPU architecture and Titan X Pascal GPU architecture, because the video RAM is not going to be that high. I'm going to include all kind of different links in the video comments. So enough for the introduction. By the way, on the background, this is my system, guys. Exactly, I'm running the EVGA SLI bridge, two Titan RTXs, big 200mm Cooler Master fan, blue fan. The CPU is i9-9900K, overclock at 5.2 GHz, while running 8 physical cores, but hyper-threading technology is disabled, and it's running 5.2 GHz stable, water-cooled with the Corsair H150i Pro, that is including AO, that is including 360mm radiator and 3 fans by Corsair. Okay, on liquid metal, my CPU on liquid metal thermal compound paste, but I didn't delete it, and my GPU on liquid metals as well, and my video RAM on the video cards is on Arctic Silver thermal compound pads. Okay, let me real quick go for the naysayers before we're going to jump into the game. But in the end of this video, I'm going to share with you the Nvidia SLI profile, and I'm going to share more information about 16K video resolution and about these computer specifications as well, why 16K video resolution is the maximum video resolution that you can render in 3D as 3D surface, 3D world, 3D canvas. I'm going to show it to you guys no matter what kind of API you're using, commercial or open source such as Vulkan, DirectX API, OpenGL, OpenCL, CUDA, Metal by Apple is still going to be the same. 16K UHD is the top of the line video resolution that you can render as 3D surface, 3D canvas, or 3D world with the XYZ coordinates. But in the end of this video, I'm going to introduce it to you. As you can see, I'm recording in real time, I'm counting in real time, and this is going to be a single take. I'm not going to edit this video. As you can see, I'm using the Microsoft Windows magnifier tool. I'm zoom in, zoom out, especially when you're running above 8K video resolution. Microsoft magnifier tool is very handy. And if you're going to do something like that, 1000% zoom into the CPU Z while you're running 4K UHD video resolution, everything will be so big, so pixelated, so ugly. Over here, everything is so sharp, so beautiful, not blurry. Every single pixel right there, and it's just beautiful. Yes, indeed, we're running natively 16K UHD, guys, and it's going to render natively 16K UHD. But today, I'm outputting it to the 8K UHD screen, keep that in mind, but I'm running the old school DSR. Before the DSR received the artificial intelligence. This is going to be the old school DSR since Maxwell GPU architecture, Pascal GPU architecture, and Turing GPU architecture, which is the next GPU architecture by Nvidia after the Pascal GPU architecture. I had all the Titans since Maxwell's. I have 4 Titan X Maxwell GPU architecture in SLI, 4 Titan XPs, which is Titan X Pascal GPU architecture in SLI, and right now I'm running 2 Titan RTXs, which is Turing GPU architecture in SLI. So I have a lot of information to share as SLI, and I'm running project SLIready.com or SLIreadygames.com, where I'm going to teach you guys how to run multiple video cards as NVIDIA video cards. It's going to be the best if you're running the old school technology such as NVIDIA SLI with the multiple NVIDIA video cards. For those people that building computers from the used parts, which is the best way to build computers, okay? Anyways, let me show you indeed that our resolution today is 16K video resolution right here. So I confused the Windows 10 professional operating system. I modify or hack the NVIDIA driver, and I hack the NVIDIA shadow play. So even on Turing GPU architecture, I'm recording in 8K UHD with the old school NVIDIA codec, because Turing GPU architecture was the first NVIDIA architecture that is capable to use NVIDIA shadow play and record in 8K video resolution natively. Keep that in mind, using NVIDIA shadow play. But NVIDIA didn't unlock this technology. They even didn't unlock this technology with RTX 30 series video cards such as RTX 3090, RTX 3090 Ti video cards. They unlocked the 8K video resolution recording through NVIDIA shadow play in real time, whatever you see on your screen. Only when they introduced the AV1 codec in NVIDIA shadow play, and when they introduced the NVIDIA RTX 40 series video cards such as RTX 4090, RTX 4080, RTX 4080 Ti, RTX 4070, and RTX 4060. Alright, but you can still do it on Turing GPU architecture. It's officially supporting 8K video resolution encoding in real time through the NVIDIA shadow play. You can also read it through their manuals, but they didn't introduce it. Maybe they decided to save it for a future technology to sell more GPUs. I'm not sure why they did it, but I'm recording in 8K UHD, so please watch this video in 8K UHD on YouTube for the best possible visual experience, or at least in 4K UHD. Just switch it through your YouTube player. Okay, so NVIDIA SLI is ready, kicking right here. 2 Titan RTX video cards, as you can see, maximum 3D performance. It's also set to the maximum performance right here. Let me actually show you the drivers, the way I set the drivers for those who's curious. So the global settings, default drivers is set like this. As you can see, it doesn't show the DSR factor is on because I confused the NVIDIA driver. I confused the Windows 10 professional operating system. So thinking that I'm outputting to 16K UHD and it's rendering 16K video resolution. But it doesn't matter when it's downscaling through the NVIDIA DSR and outputting to 8K UHD. It's still going to show the real performance plus minus 1%, exactly how much it's going to take for 8K UHD screens. I tested myself, or single 16K UHD screen. Keep that in mind. So as you can see, this is NVIDIA driver. DSR is off, but as again, it's using the old school DSR without artificial intelligence, even if driver doesn't think so, since Maxwell GPU architecture. Okay, so it's rendering natively. All right, single GPU over here set, and then on the program settings, I added the custom profile. I didn't use any NVIDIA inspector. You don't need to use any NVIDIA inspector. Let me show it to you. You click that add button, allocate where your Diablo 3 is installed, select Diablo 3 executable file, and you Gucci. Add it. Then it's gonna bring you some options over here. All what you gotta tweak under those options. Press the pause button, make sure your options just the same way as mine. All what you gotta do over here, SLI rendering mode, you wanna switch to, instead of SLI recommended, NVIDIA SLI recommended, you gotta switch force alternate frame rendering to, or force AFR 2, but make sure that you have 2 video cards or more than 2 video cards. It's also working on 4-way SLI, keep that in mind. Okay, so this is the presets. and it's going to be Gucci. Unfortunately, the i9-9900K will bottleneck and it cannot utilize the two Titan RTX video cards fully at 99% per video card per GPU, but it's going to utilize very close to it, so performance boost while running Nvidia SLI will be 1.8 times as minimum, but it's gonna stack like 1.9 times. Still 1.9 times much better than a single Titan RTX out of the two Titan RTX video cards and SLI. Alright, so this is what we're gonna do, and this is what's up. As you can see, also for the naysayers, let me show you. My desktop is set to 8K video, to 16K UHD video resolution. This is very crucial because I'm not going to run Diablo 3 in full screen. The reason why I'm not doing it, because I'm going to test 16K video resolution on all kind of different systems, all kind of different video cards, including the mobile devices, iOS mobile devices and Android. So I decided to stick to window full screen mode wherever it's possible, or windowed mode wherever it's possible. Do that, I can test it on multiple devices, because some of the games under different rendering APIs flickering under 16K video resolution because it's maximum image frame size. They're supported by the frame buffer. Keep that in mind, using the popular APIs, open source or commercial APIs. So it's better to run it as windowed mode, so it's going to stabilize that. It's running more stable this way. So 100% scale, very crucial right here. Okay, and as you can see, my display resolution, check it out, this is 1600% zoom. 1600% zoom on the Windows magnifier tool. Look, everything is so sharp. Try to do something like that 4K UHD. Everything will be so pixelated, so ugly. 15,360 times 8,640, exactly 132.7 megapixels. As again, this is going to be the NASA video resolution, or the maximum video resolution that is capable to render through open source or commercial API as 3D canvas, 3D world, 3D surface with XYZ coordinates. Alright, so let me go ahead and close it. As again, by the end of this video, I'm going to explain to you why. Let's go ahead and jump into the game. But before we're going to jump into the game, also one more crucial thing. Under the Nvidia ShadowPlay, which is Nvidia GeForce Experience, as you can see, you want to make sure, I already ran the game couple times just to make sure everything is working correctly. Under the Diablo 3 details, you want to make sure that it's set right here. The resolution should be 15,360 times 8,640. That is recognized that way. As you can see, optimal will be 4K UHD, but that is recognizable 16K UHD, and it will be recognizable after I'm going to launch the game. So indeed, we confuse everything. We confuse Microsoft Windows 10 professional operating system. We confuse NVIDIA drivers. And as again, this is my secret. I'm hacking the NVIDIA driver. I'm the first YouTuber, guys, actually to introduce you natively 16K UHD. So don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, share it with your friends, and make sure to subscribe. Let's go ahead and run the game, guys. I'm putting my reputation on it. So this is going to be the world's second video. Or the world's first video while running multiple video cards perfectly under SLI profile that is utilizing actually perfectly SLI. The maximum font size at the left top corner, data self-explanatory, verified. Everything is right there. Titan RTX will be running stock because today is June 2023. Today is actually June 24th, 2023. But as again, this type of technologies was available all the way in December 2018. The processor, motherboard, and video cards was Titan RTX was for sale in 2018. So technically, 16K UHD perfectly was like this, available in 2018, but just because I was busy with all kind of different 16K UHD, 8K UHD, SLI, single Titan RTX benchmarks over the UHDking.com YouTube channel, this is the time right now for the SLI, for the Diablo 3, and finally I learned how to do it, and by the end of this video I'm going to share it with you, or visit slirready.com or slirreadygames.com, my project that's going to be dedicated to multiple Nvidia video cards, how to run them together. Even when game doesn't support multiple video cards, I'm going to show you how to force them to support multiple video cards, and pretty much how to run Nvidia SLI, how to create custom profiles, all kind of different modification. Is going to be a great project for those people that running multiple Nvidia video cards, those dinosaur Nvidia video cards in the games that's running DirectX 9, DirectX 10, and DirectX 11 APIs. As again, DirectX 12 API doesn't support SLI. It's only supporting multiple GPUs, but it's not SLI. It's built-in classes by the Microsoft. Anyways, but developers not using it, they're so lazy. Anyways, we're gonna go to settings options. As you can see, I purchased myself a beautiful today on sale in June 24th 2023, on sale, the Diablo 3 Prime Evil collection that was including all the Diablo 3 games, including the DLCs, add-ons, additional story games to it, as well as Diablo 2 Resurrected. And I'm going to show you also Diablo 2 Resurrected, which is much better visuals, by the way. You don't want to miss. It's going to be available over UHDking.com, as well as I'm going to demonstrate it for you guys, all kind of resolution in Diablo 3 as well as Diablo 2 Resurrected, which is much beautiful game than this one actually in my taste, because it's less cartoonish, more like beautiful visuals, more beautiful 3D. More about it will be available over the UHDking.com, so you better subscribe that button. Anyways, this is the preset I am running, as I told you, window full screen. I told you the reason, because in the future I'm going to test the mobile iOS and Android devices, and it's a better way to do that, running windowed or window full screen instead of full screen, because the game sometimes flickering, especially when you're recording, and it's kind of not nice. All right, so reflection is on, maximum foreground FPS 200, maximum background FPS 200. Make sure you're gonna click on that, so you're gonna display maximum FPS, maximum visuals. We're gonna start with the maximum visuals, but I'm going to show you what it takes to switch between the visuals, just to show you all kind of different visual preset, because as again, this is the world's first video in 16K UHD while running multiple video cards by Nvidia and perfectly scaling. It's not going to be perfectly because we're going to bottleneck by our CPU, but if you're going to run lower end video cards, it's going to be perfectly scaling, guys, even on this CPU. Keep that in mind. It just cannot scale two Titan RTXs on the i9-9900K, even at 5.2 gigahertz. I believe it's going to scale at 7 gigahertz or 6.8 gigahertz, but it's unstable to run this in home safe environment. And today I already overclocked my CPU from 3.6 to 5.2 in home safe environment while running water cooling AAO 360mm radiator, Corsair H150i Pro, as I showed you on the desktop, and 3 fans on it. And this is the maximum, guys, what you can squeeze. But the point of this video to show you the technology from 2018, the first technology that is capable to run the game as playable experience, actually, not even benchable, but playable experience. It's unbelievable on 2 video cards. Alright, so this is how we're going to do. SSAO is on, so maximum possible visuals, anti-aliasing is off. Let's go ahead and apply that, and let's go ahead and start the game. Don't worry, it's not about the game, it's about to demonstrate the performance, provide the data as the first data towards 16K video resolution benchmarks in Diablo 3 PC game that we are going to use in the future while testing all kind of different video cards, all kind of different PC systems, or even mobile systems, whatever can run the PC games. Alright, it's beautiful. The game looking beautiful in 16K video resolution. Keep that in mind. Look at this, 27 FPS. So whatever I'm not running Nvidia Shadowplay, because right now I'm running Nvidia Shadowplay and recording in real time with Nvidia Shadowplay. So whatever I'm not running Nvidia Shadowplay, you gotta add 3 more FPS. It's exactly 3 more FPS. So it's like 10% of the performance loss. It's showing 30 FPS, but when Nvidia Shadowplay is on, it's 27 FPS. So it's 30 FPS. It's playable experience, not comfortable playable, but at least playable experience besides the benchable experience. Alright, and look at this, the utilization above 90% per GPU. For the first GPU closest to the CPU is 92-91%, because it's getting extra hot, but it's not about the hot. Nvidia is not limiting that GPU, it's just the CPU is not capable to fully utilize it. And the secondary video card, the secondary GPU, 99%. So secondary GPU is excellent. The first one is not, as again, because so many CUDA cores, 4,608 CUDA cores per GPU, those Turing GPU architecture CUDA cores, the CPU such as Intel i9-9900K is not capable to handle that on those two over 8,000 Turing GPU CUDA cores. Keep that in mind in real time. But this is pretty much the maximum computing performance in terms of the processor power, in terms of the CPU that you can run on Turing GPU architecture or on any SLI setups. Due that Intel, this is Intel 9 gen CPU, right? Due that Intel 12 gen CPU and Intel 13 gen, including the Intel 14 gen CPU motherboards that supporting that CPUs, those motherboards are not going to support SLI. So it's not going to be certified SLI on those motherboards. They're going to be certified Crossfire, but they're not going to be certified SLI. So pretty much this is the full support SLI technology on Intel 9 Gen CPU and ASUS Z390 chipset motherboard. So Z390 chipset that was running i9 and 9000 series Intel CPUs and i9 8000 series Intel CPUs. Keep that in mind. Okay, and I would say Intel 10 Gen is still capable to run SLI. This is going to be the last video cards actually. And on some motherboards you can find Intel 11 Gen that will support certified SLI, 2 video cards Nvidia running on the motherboard. But Intel 12 Gen, 13 Gen, 99% of the motherboard doesn't support SLI certified. So pretty much when the Intel 9 Gen CPU, the processor is overclocked to the maximum, it's going to be faster than Intel 10 Gen running stock, and it's going to be a hair slower than Intel 11 Gen. So pretty much the same performance you can achieve on the best motherboard for Intel 11 Gen, which will be pretty much Z490 if I'm not mistaken motherboard, and yeah, chipset, and you're gonna stock at it, and pretty much this is the maximum performance for the 2 Titan RTXs ever that you can achieve. Pretty much maximum, maybe you can achieve additional 10% maximum boost, but that's going to be it. You can overclock the Titan RTX, achieve additional 10% of the boost, and you can also set them on water, achieve additional 10%. So maximum 20% of the performance out of those FPS can be achieved ever, but you're going to invest so much money, and it's not going to be 100% home safe environment safe. Keep that in mind. You can burn out your video cards or make them malfunction. But this is the top of the GPU for the Turing GPU architecture. This is the Turing GPU architecture flagship video cards and flagship Turing GPU architecture GPUs, which is pretty much technology is RTX 2000 series flagship video cards for the gamers, such as Titan RTX. It's faster than RTX 2080 Ti video cards. Why? Because each Titan RTX has each Titan RTX has 256 to the core more. 256 CUDA core, Turing CUDA core more than RTX 2080 Ti video card. Sorry guys, I'm coming in real time and I'm playing. The game looks beautiful. It's not comfortable, but it's playable. You can feel it's a little bit latency high. And stuttering, what is the stuttering? Some fools on YouTube doesn't understand what is the stuttering. Stuttering is when your latency delay, see I put that MS by the FPS at the left top corner. When the MS reaching above 10 ms, this is where you're receiving the stuttering. Okay, to have the experience stuttering free, you want to have that ms at the value of below 10 milliseconds or 10 milliseconds. When it's reaching about 15 milliseconds, that's a guarantee that you're going to receive a stuttering. Okay, keep that in mind. 1 milliseconds latency delay, and ms is milliseconds. It's a latency delay before every single frame is rendered. This is how much time it takes. So in our case right now, almost 40 milliseconds. So because 40 milliseconds, it's not a second, it's 1/40th of the second, but it's still kind of slow and you can feel it. It's a little bit stuttering. Keep that in mind. If you want to achieve 1 millisecond latency delay, you want to generate at least 1000 FPS. Keep that in mind, no matter what kind of game. But it's going to be 1 millisecond latency delay, and it's going to be completely like unbelievable experience, like real life experience almost. The way it should be, like you're not going to feel any latency delay as a human being. But even below 10 milliseconds, you're not going to feel any latency delay as a human being. As you can see, I have some rings on it, and it came with that upgrade, Prime Evil upgrade that I purchased. And it was only $20. It's an unbelievable deal. It included the Diablo 2 Resurrected, and such a deal, guys, and all the add-ons and the base game of the Diablo 3. I had the Diablo 3, but I didn't have it in Belnet, so now I purchased it on Belnet with all type of add-ons and everything. It's just unbelievable. As you can see, I just level up, but as again, this is not about the gameplay or show you the best gameplay. This is just to demonstrate the performance. The purpose of this video is just to benchmark and show you what's going on, what's up. It's beautiful, it's playable, at least above the benchable, playable, but not playable comfortable for sure. Playable comfortable will be like around 80 FPS. But this is unbelievable. This is 16K video resolution. But Diablo 2 Resurrected, guys, game looks even on another level, looks much better. It's just unbelievable, and I believe because it's running updated game engine. But Diablo 3 still doesn't look too bad, but it's kind of cartoonish. I like more like photorealistic textures and details, rocks, not like a cartoonish, but like photorealism to like closer to a photo as the textures. Alright, so 30 FPS average, like 28, but without the recording, it's like 30 FPS average on the first level. So if you want to benchmark it, go ahead and start with the first level, and this is how you're gonna see it. Alright, so let me go ahead and switch the preset real quick. So we got the point. Let's go ahead and turn down the SSAO. I'm gonna go ahead and lower the visual presets. Okay, hopefully it's still recording on us. Immediately SSAO is down, and we can see we almost 40 FPS, and now the latency delay below 30 milliseconds. So right now I would say it's almost like playable, comfortable experience, especially for the old school gamers. Almost like a comfortable experience. A little bit of stuttering, a little bit, because as again above 20 milliseconds latency delay at the left up corner, but almost like stuttering free and almost comfortable, because comfortable will be stuttering free. Not bad, 40 FPS, not bad, and it's still maximum visuals, but SSAO is off. But SSAO is not such a big deal in terms of the visuals. So you're not gonna tell the difference when it's on or off if I'm not gonna tell you. It's kind of hard to tell. And let me guys zoom in and show you how beautiful the game looks like. So indeed, we're running that 16K video resolution. This is 1600% zoom. Look, everything is so sharp, not like those copycats that when they zoom in everything is so blurry. Over here is a real deal. And we're not achieving like they're achieving. We're achieving like native, and this is like native. 1600% on the 16K video resolution. You can see, I'm not sure if YouTube is not going to apply additional re-encoding and it's gonna blur out a little bit of details, but I can see the edges of the 3D model require some anti-aliasing. It's aliased. We can see those aliasing right there on the 3D model, and require some anti-aliasing to smooth that aliases right there. But as again, this is 1200%. You will never achieve, even if you're gonna have the screen 600 inches on a big wall. By the way, you can build up 16K UHD in 2023 for below $8,000. All what you gotta do, just buy 85 inches 8K UHD screens, LG or Samsung from 2021, which will cost you below $2,000. You gotta buy 4 of them and connect 4 of them, create the array out of the 4 85 inches 8K UHD screens into the 16K UHD, and it's going to be over 340 inches. It's on the whole wall. It's going to be unbelievable experience, guys. But check it out, 800%. We didn't see any aliasing any longer. 600, I didn't see it already, and on 85 inch, I didn't see it at all. And 400% on 16K video resolution, it's going to be above 32K video resolution, and I didn't see any aliasing. So as you can see, it's Gucci, guys. All right. So even if you're gonna have like 200 inch 8K UHD screen, or while running my method, or if you're gonna have 200 inch 16K UHD screen in the future, because right now you're watching 2030. But keep in mind that my first video was before the Linus did, before the Linus group did, was in early 2016 and over this YouTube channel. But I did in 2015, in the end of 2015, with Radeon R9 290s running Counter-Strike 1.6. But Linus did all the games that I did, but never provided the credit to me, and he claimed like he was the first individual that I was running 16K UHD, but I was the first. He was just copying my games that I was running. But anyways, 400% is going to be 64K, guys, actually, because 16K times 400%, and it's just crystal clear. As you can see, it's beautiful visuals, absolutely amazing visuals, guys. Everything is right there, and when you're running this game under 4K video resolution, even if the textures is not even 1K resolution, which is 1K resolution as minimum, that little guy right there probably on 4K HD will be like 200 pixels by 50 pixels, so you're not even going to render 50% of the texture. While I'm running 16K UHD, everything is so sharp, everything is so beautiful, those characters. And yes, indeed, I'm running every single pixel in 16K UHD, or close to every single pixel at 100%, every single pixel under 16K UHD. That's why everything is so beautiful and detailed. Alright guys, so it's running nice. It's actually, it's a great experience. It's looking great, and this is almost the maximum visuals right now without the SSAO and of course without the anti-aliasing. But as again I demonstrated to you that you don't need to have any anti-aliasing. Guys, I'm coming in real time, and as you can see, each Titan RTX fan rotation at 100%. So 2 Titan RTXs with the open case in June 2023 because it's so hot. I disabled the AC to demonstrate to you how hot it's gonna get. This is another bonus, another value to you. This video will provide multiple values no matter who you are: graphics designer, PC gamer, PC enthusiast, PC overclocker, system engineer, 3D artist, gamer. Do not forget to smash that like button, guys, so more people can see it, and share it with your friends. And a lot of time, money, energy is invested. All what I'm asking you just to smash that like button and subscribe, guys. Subscribe for more great videos. All the computer science, so a lot of value provided to you. And as you can see, I'm trying to provide as much data as possible no matter what kind of industry you're coming from. It's beautiful, but Diablo 2 Resurrected looking much better, and I got both games including all the add-ons for 19 bucks right now in June 23rd. Since June 20th all the way to July 4th, you can buy Diablo 3. If you're watching this video before July 2000, you can buy Diablo 3 including Diablo 2 Resurrected for $1. The guys, including the base games and everything, and Diablo 2 pretty much all the add-ons but with the beautiful visuals. But you can also run visuals. The best deal, guys. For 20 bucks you can get Diablo 3, Diablo 1 and Diablo 2, including the updated Diablo 1 and Diablo 2. It's with all the add-ons, and Diablo 3 with all the add-ons. It's, you know, you cannot miss that. And I'm going to demonstrate all those games as again in 4K video resolution, 6K, 7K, 8K, 10K, 12K, 16K UHDs over the UHDking.com. You know exactly why UHDking. And over the SLIready.com or SLIreadygames.com project for multiple video cards. And yeah, just to show you the performance for those people who's curious, for PC hardware enthusiasts, PC gamers, Nvidia fans, PC overclockers, for those people who cares, actually, PC gamers. Alright, so that's beautiful, still almost maximum visuals. So what we're gonna do right now, I'm going to go ahead and go to the options, and I'm gonna start lowering the visuals. So of course, when you're running 16K video resolution, you most likely want to keep your texture high. That's why you want to have a lot of video RAM, and to be able to run old school games in 16K UHD video resolution as 16K gameplays, 16K gaming, you need to have at least 24 gigabyte of video RAM. Every single Titan RTX is featuring 24 gigabyte of video RAM as GDDR6 by Samsung. The same GDDR6 by Samsung that featured on RTX 2080 Ti. Only on RTX 2080 Ti it's 11 gigabyte, while on Titan RTX is 24 gigabyte. And as you can see in the game right now, as I'm running, I'm utilizing 13 gigabyte of video RAM. So pretty much technically RTX 2080 Ti is capable to run it, and I did it with the RTX 2080 Ti, including I did with the 4 Titan X Maxwell GPU architecture, but without the SLI, so it was running single Titan X Maxwell GPU architecture, single Titan XP, which is Titan X Pascal GPU architecture, and it was runnable because Titan X Maxwell GPU architecture and Titan X Pascal GPU architecture is only featuring 12 gigabyte of video RAM. So it was offloading a little bit of video RAM, didn't demonstrate the perfect FPS, was a little bit slowing down because when it's not enough video RAM, it's offloading some data by GPU instead of storing it into the video RAM and storing it into the system RAM. And system RAM today is almost 50 gigabytes per second data bandwidth. 50 gigabytes, 50,000 megabytes per second, while the GDDR6 of our video RAM that featured on Titan RTX is 678 gigabytes per second data bandwidth, which is 12 times as minimum more data we can push per second. And plus we can store 24 gigabyte as a storage on our Titan RTX. Guys, I'm gonna have a beautiful RAM disk on the video cards. How to create a RAM disk on the video cards, especially when you're having two Titan RTXs, because when you're running SLI, you're only utilizing the video RAM on the first video card, which is 24 gigabytes, and another video card 24 gigabyte is wasted. So you can install on that 24 gigabyte of video RAM a game, and I'm gonna demonstrate it to you guys how to do it. It's going to be faster than any SSDs, guys, and so yeah, so do not miss it. Alright, so we saw that. Alright, so what we're gonna do, let's go ahead and do the shadows so low. Doesn't matter, because shadows, pretty much what you're gonna do first, you want to lower the shadows ultra visuals or maximum visuals versus the lowest visuals is still almost going to be great, but over here it's horrible actually. But in a lot of games it's going to be great because it's going to be pixelated at lowest visual preset, as you can see. But when you're running very crazy resolution, it's almost perfect. But in this particular game, it's too pixelated at low. Maybe shut out minimum. But did we increase our FPS? Nope, we did not. But we lowered our video RAM utilization. Right now it's below 13 gigabytes or 13,000 megabytes. That's a good sign. That means the game engine and the whole game of Diablo 3 has a great garbage collector for the video RAM and system RAM. So every time I'm switching without restarting the game, it's doing a great job cleaning that data that we're not using it. So they have a great game engine, and they were developing this game for a very long time after Diablo 2. So they have a good developers, good artists, so they did a good job. Diablo 4 also going to be a great game, and I'm going to show you guys Diablo 4 over the UHDking.com, but support me. And again, UHDking.com, Diablo 4 is coming, but I need to have your support, so I'm going to collect those pennies, as well as giving away some games sometimes. Who knows, I'm going to give away some Diablo 3 games, Diablo 4 games, but I need to have your support, so you better smash that like button. This very unique channel, as you can see, it's about computer science. There is no copycats information like they're copying each other. You're going to find here only the unique information. Alright, so not bad, not bad. Almost 40 FPS. Without the recording, it's going to be 40 FPS. But let's go ahead and lower the physics still low. Let me go ahead and lower the physics. Hopefully it's still recording. I can see that little Nvidia SharePlay icon at the right bottom corner. And see that little green circle? It's just unbelievable how small it is. So we're going to put the physics too low now, and we're going to have a look. So it means then when I'm going to shoot at the enemy, he's not gonna receive those shots into the body like physically correct. Sometimes maybe it's not going to be so perfect. With the physics at high, it's perfect. With physics at low, it's still some physics, but not so perfect. But did we increase the FPS? Yes. Right now we have 40 FPS, so without recording about 40 FPS. That's great. So below 30 milliseconds. So playable experience for the old school gamers, but as again, not playable like comfortable. But almost to that level, as again, to get playable comfortable below 10 milliseconds, but for sure below 15 milliseconds. 10-15 milliseconds, it's already a little bit of stuttering, but not too much of the stuttering. Alright, so we saw that, right? I showed you the first level. If you're gonna benchmark it, please benchmark it on the first level, just to make it fair. It's kind of same amount of the geometry, triangles, textures, and level of details on the level. Okay. Alright, so the next deal, clutter density low instead of off. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the low and accept that. Are we gonna increase the FPS? A little bit. We increased by a little bit. So I think it's going to be in some places about 40 in a few seconds. As you can see, the more zombies we got, the lower FPS, the more level of detail such as 3D models. But this game looks like almost like 2D game. Comparing to the Diablo 2 Resurrected, that game is amazing, guys. But the performance much lower than over here. But that game looks on another level. Alright, so 38, 40 FPS, sometimes even about 40 should be, like 41, yep, I was right, instead of 40, 41. And it's still almost like a maximum visuals. As you can see, while I'm switching between the lowest visual and maximum, there's almost not such a big difference, especially when we're talking 16K video resolution, because you're going to compensate it by additional pixel loaded that you're not going to see in 4K HD. That's why everything is going to look much better. Okay, we saw that, and now pretty much textures at low for those people who's curious, and then reflection will be off. Okay, new options. Do you want to apply? Yes, I want to apply. Okay, let's go ahead and do it again. I don't think I smashed the escape button. So the game thinking a little bit, and then it's like, do you want to apply? Yes, I want to apply. Let's go ahead and have a look. As you can see, texture is not here. So right now, artificial is blurring out some details of those pixels. So pretty much this is how this character looks on the screen when it's small while you're running 4K UHD. But then it looked much better on the 16K video resolution when I was zooming in into that character when I was running on the map. So it's still going to be great. FPS is 45, 44, and it's still looking great, especially when we're talking 4K UHD. Maybe shadows you want to, instead of low, maybe you want to put the medium and it's going to be Gucci. But let me go ahead and zoom into the character. So this is how the character looks at the high, guys, on the textures on 4K UHD, this type of level of details, because the pixels are not loaded. Right now we artificially not loading the pixels, but 4K UHD is not capable to load all the textures of that character, because the character itself on the screen will be like 200 pixels by 500 by 50 pixels, something like that. Not even 500 pixels right there. On a 4K UHD screen on 1080p, it's also going to be horrible. But you're not gonna see it if you're going to run on a small screen. You're not gonna see that type of details. But especially when you're running 85-inch screen, you're gonna see some details, horrible details. Alright, so about 40 FPS, it's nice, and latency almost 20 milliseconds. Right now it's almost playable, especially for the old school gamers such as me. Playable experience. I cannot wait to test StarCraft 2 in 16K video resolution if it's possible, because StarCraft 2, a PC game which is real-time strategy, is beautiful game, but it's utilizing a lot of video RAM. Keep that in mind. Much higher than the Diablo 3 for sure. And I cannot wait to test Diablo 2 Resurrected in 16K video resolution, even if it's not going to be playable, but to test it as a benchmark capabilities. So as again, don't forget to smash that like button and check out the UHDking.com YouTube channel, my project for the from 4K video resolution all the way to 16K video resolutions, guys, including 6K, 5K, 7K, 8K, 10K, 12K, all kind of different scenarios, and 16K UHD video resolution that you don't want to miss. Alright, so that's beautiful. Let's go shut down the reflection, but I don't think the reflection will be reflecting that much in Turing GPU architecture. As you can see, the quality almost the same. Only when you switch the textures you saw a little bit of difference, but otherwise the quality will be the same. Without the reflection, it's going to be probably reflection in the water. When you buy the water, the FPS will be lowered, but right now it's not going to be that lowered. It's beautiful FPS, so right now you can actually compete online like that. But it's a little bit stuttering, keep that in mind, because latency delay like 20 milliseconds, but below 25 milliseconds, so it's already much better than it was before. It was below 30 milliseconds, but was like in 25 milliseconds. Right now it's like 20 milliseconds by 5 milliseconds lower than it was. Nice. Alright, let me go to the people, and I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up at this point. And I'm gonna real quick introduce you why 16K UHD, or not actually 16K UHD, but why 16K video resolution is the maximum renderable resolution by the open source or commercial APIs, for those who's curious, and a little bit more information about the computer. But at the left up corner was self-explanatory, but a little bit more information for the naysayers. The game is beautiful. As you can see, I'm running the pad, and I'm running this is just the beginning of the game. I already have the assistance, and I have the wings as again, and pet and wings came with that primeval collection versus of the game, which is the ultimate or deluxe version of the game, but on another level than deluxe, and for 20 bucks. It's usually like $89, $69. I'm so happy about it. And as again, you can purchase it before July 4th, 2023, but I'm pretty sure the deal will come back. So the Diablo 3 with the Diablo 2 Resurrected, if you want to buy the licensed games on the Battle.net, go ahead and wait. Battle.net client, the original game developers, go ahead and wait. I would say if right now it's running like 60 bucks, something like that, and 40 bucks for the Diablo 2 Resurrected, wait for the holidays. Keep your cash and wait for the holidays. You're gonna pick up again for $20 both games, including all the DLCs and all the bonuses, guys, and totally worth the waiting, especially if you're into the Diablo. Alright, so as you can see, yeah, Right now we will be able to run this on the Titan X Maxwell GPU architecture in terms of our video RAM utilization, or Titan X Pascal GPU architecture because we're below 13,000 megabytes or 13 gigabytes. So technically, a video card with 12 gigabytes will have a healthy video RAM utilization, because I believe Titan X Maxwell and Titan X Pascal GPU architecture with 12 gigabyte of video RAM actually was featuring 12,640 megabytes. So it's gonna show here healthy video RAM utilization. RTX 2080 Ti can offload some data from a video RAM into the system RAM, and they're going to slow down by losing about additional 5% of the FPS, even if it's going to be slower by 10% of the FPS, because single RTX 2080 Ti is again 256 CUDA core less than Titan RTX video card, and two RTX 2080 Ti video cards in SLI in Nvidia 2 SLI for the RTX 2080 Ti video cards will be 512 Turing CUDA core less than two Titan RTX video cards during GPU architecture and SLI, because each Titan RTX will feature 256 CUDA core more than RTX 2080 Ti, and two of them will be 512. But right now, as you can see, I'm not running all two GPUs at 99%, and I'm running one GPU at 99, but another one like 80, sometimes 92. So I'm losing about 20%, 15% of the CUDA cores. That is like idling. They're not utilized, completely wasted, because the CPU is not capable to utilize it. It's not fast enough to utilize it. So pretty much the performance right now is exactly as two RTX 2080 Ti video cards in SLI. While RTX 2080 Ti in SLI, those two RTX 2080 Ti and SLI will be utilizing perfectly, 99% each. And you're gonna see a lot of videos over the UHDking.com, while two RTX 2080 Ti video cards will be running perfectly, guys, 99%, 97% GPU utilization per GPU 1 and GPU 2, such as video card 1 and video card 2, while Titan RTX doesn't do it. And there is nothing wrong with Nvidia. Nvidia is not limiting it. It's just the CPU, as again the i9, same i9 9900K CPU that I use for two RTX 2080 Ti video cards, is not capable to utilize additional 512 CUDA cores. It's just too much for it. It's not fast enough, because the video card GPU is much faster than the CPU. Especially the RTX 4090 video card over here, you're not going to even utilize the single GPU of the RTX 4090 video card at 90%. You're going to see like 87, 88% of the utilization. That means that you're going to base a lot of CUDA cores on that AIDA GPU architecture on the RTX 4090 video card. That's why a single RTX 4090 video card should show 4 times performance versus single RTX video card. 4 times. It should be better than 4 Titan RTXs and SLI, or as 4 Titan RTXs and SLI perfectly utilized at 100% per GPU per video card, which is possible to do. When it comes to Titan RTX, again, it's impossible to find the CPUs that it will be capable to utilize it without the idling the CUDA cores. Alright guys, so everything was explained to you, everything which you need to know. Let me go ahead and shut down game, and let me go ahead and wrap it up. So pretty much we just played the game, right? So we played the game, and Nvidia Shadow Play should show, let me put it back, and let me bring back. Nvidia Shadow Play right here should show that resolution should be 16K video resolution, because this is what we played. Alright, it didn't register, but believe me, it is 16K video resolution. Not sure why it didn't register for this particular game, but in different games it's registering perfectly while I'm running. Maybe just because I quit. Probably should do it while I was running. Anyways, so let me go ahead and show you about the specification of this PC system. As again, Titan RTX was running stock. If you're going to overclock, you're going to receive 10% additional boost. But when you're running 2 video cards, no matter Titan RTX or any video cards, without running them on stock, as I'm running today, it's a Founders Edition dual fan designed by the Nvidia, not modified. I'm not running any AIOs on it, now custom water cooling. The first video card closer to the CPU, this one right here, will be always overheating, guys, and it's going to thermal throttle. Thermal throttle is the process when the Nvidia driver is lowering the temperature on the GPU while lowering its frequencies and lowering the performance and generating less heat and using less voltage, and it's cooling it down itself. This thermal throttling process by the Nvidia, and it's generating lower FPS. Keep that in mind. So it's gonna do it anyways, unless you're gonna set it on water cooler and while two Titan RTX SLI A or something like that, or get a water cooler. But no matter what you're gonna do, it's gonna cost you at least $150 in 2023, even if you're gonna do just 150 bucks as minimum, and you gotta do just one video card anyways, closest to the CPU. For the beautiness on it, so it's gonna look nice, you can do two, but for the performance, just do the closest video card to the CPU, and the secondary video card will be not even reaching 60 Celsius, so it will never thermal throttle, trust me guys. But it's gonna cost you at least $150, and I advise you to save it instead of sell those video cards and invest that $150 towards a better single video card, because the newer video cards will be not going to support SLI, and single video cards are always better than two video cards, because as again, SLI technology is not always supporting, even in the games that running DirectX 9, DirectX 10 and DirectX 11, but in 90% games it is supported, but it's not supported under DirectX 12 API. That's why single video cards with much better GPU will be always better, such as Nvidia Ampere GPU architecture, such as RTX 30 series video cards, such as RTX 3090, RTX 3090 Ti, RTX 3080, RTX 3080 Ti will be better, guys, than a single Titan RTX video card for sure. And in some cases will be better. RTX 3090 will be better than two Titan RTX SLI due that Ampere GPU architecture that is powering RTX 30 series video cards, as again Titan RTX is RTX 20 series video cards. So RTX 30 series video cards, Ampere GPU architecture, the flagship such as RTX 3090 video card is 2 times faster than our single Titan RTX. So to reach that performance, you gotta run at least 99% per video card GPU and SLI per each GPU, 99% to reach that performance. But as you can see, it's hard to do. And RTX 40 series video cards flagship such as RTX 4090 video card will be 4 times faster when that RTX 4090 video card will be utilizing at 99%. It's going to be 4 times faster than single Titan RTX. That means, guys, it's unbelievable. It's going to be playable FPS like unbelievable. It's going to be like at least over 100 FPS over here, and it's going to be, guys, the latency will be like below 15 milliseconds. It's going to be playable, comfortable experience, unbelievable. Keep that in mind. But as again, we're going to test it over the UHDking.com. I'm going to test the RTX 30 series, RTX 40 series, RTX 50 series over the UHDking.com. So go ahead and smash that like button, support me, guys. All right. So I showed you that. I also show you the profile, right? I think I showed you the profile. Yeah, you gotta add the Diablo 2 executable, click add, find the installation folder, add that executable, and this is all what you gotta do. Just smash that pause, set it exactly as I set it. Prefer maximum performance instead of optimal, so it's gonna deliver the maximum utilization of the all CUDA cores on your GPU in SLI especially, and force alternate frame rendering 2, which is force AFR2 short. All right. That's all what you gotta do, alright? Because the Nvidia official driver doesn't support Diablo 3. But if you're gonna do it, guys, it's going to utilize it. If you're gonna run two RTX 2080 video card or even RTX 2080 Ti, you're gonna utilize 99%, but at least 97%, and the FPS will be the same. But you're not gonna idle those CUDA cores, especially on the lower end video cards that supporting SLI, that have the SLI bridge on RTX 20 series, RTX 10 series, such as GTX 1080 Ti. Two of those on SLI is going to be fantastic, guys, using this method, using this profile. Alright, so I showed you everything what you need to know, right? I showed you for the naysayers to Titan RTXs, and let me zoom in and show you the performance of the EDA GPU CPU benchmark as well as CPU Z. So as you can see, when we're talking PC gaming, we're talking single core performance. Of course, multi-thread performance. I'm not using the hyper-threading technology. I'm only using 8 physical cores. Hyper-threading technology is off, which is additional 8 logical cores. But you don't need to have logical cores, because when it comes to Intel 9000 series CPUs, 3 logical cores is equal 1 physical core, so they kind of slow. So I shut it down. I'm using only physical cores for the maximum performance, and 8 physical cores was more than enough. You saw by the CPU utilization at the left top corner while I was showing you the gameplay. When you're playing the games, and your CPU utilization, overall CPU utilization reaching 90%, that's a clear sign you gotta add at least 2 CPU cores, and you're gonna be Gucci. Otherwise, you can bottleneck a little bit in terms of the FPS. You don't have not enough of the instruction per clock in form of the frequency on that CPU, external frequency, but you bottlenecking through the cores. You don't have enough cores. All right. Alright, so out of 8 physical cores, 7.2, great performance, and it's fast. 625 for single thread performance, which will be faster than 3950X for sure. Same generation CPUs. Let me go through the CPUs for those who's curious. It's going to be slower than 12900K because Intel 12 Gen is amazing CPU, but Intel 13 Gen or 14 Gen, guys, is on another level. Highly suggest you to build a computer Intel 13 Gen or 14 Gen. Those are amazing. But as again, those motherboards for the Intel 12 Gen and Intel 13 Gen, 99% of the motherboards, Z690 chipset and Z790 chipset, do not support the SLI certified. Keep that in mind. You gotta tweak. You can still tweak it, but it's kind of hardcore, and not every time it's going to work. Keep that in mind. Look at this. I'm faster than 10900K, which is Intel 10 Gen, while I'm overclock my Intel 9 Gen. Because I'm pushing through the increasing the frequency on the CPU, external frequency, I'm pushing more instruction per clock artificially because I'm overclocking and pushing more instruction, the frequency impulsing. While that Intel 10 Gen has the same frequency, but it has more instruction per same frequency than my Intel 9 Gen. Hopefully, guys, this makes sense. For those newcomers, for gamers that doesn't know, as you can see, I'm providing a lot of value. Go ahead and smash that pause button. You're gonna look and maybe find your CPU throughout this benchmark. As again, this is at the same time benchmark. So 16K UHD benchmark in Diablo 3 while running the 2 Titan RTX video cards in SLI. An Intel i9 9900K overclock at the maximum stable home environment. Keep that in mind. Okay, so this is the performance out of different CPUs. Don't forget to smash that like button, and some more information through the CPU Z for those who's curious right here. It's running 8X PCI Gen 3 version 3 generation 3, but it doesn't matter 16X or 8X. While you're running Titan RTX video card, it's still going to be Gucci, guys. All right. The performance lag 16X versus 8X will be maximum 2%, and maximum only in, maybe in 16K video resolution scenarios only while we're pushing a lot of data. But this Z390 chipset is not designed to run 16X 2 slots PCI Express Gen 3, keep that in mind, so it's impossible. You can run on the server motherboards, server Xeon CPUs, or on the many cores desktop CPUs, but they're going to be slower than Intel i9 9900K. They're going to support 2 Titan RTXs in 16X per video card per slot, generation 3rd. Keep that in mind. Alright, so 2 Titan RTXs for those who's curious. This again was running stock. This is how it is stock. Okay. Alright, so I showed you that CPU versus 2 video cards comparison. For those who's curious, Titan RTX was running stock. Everything show you okay. And the day, as I told you, June 24th, 2023. Alright, so Saturday 2023, but this type of technologies was available all the way in December 2018, but you watch today the future 2030. Alright guys, so my name is UHDking, or I play 4K, aka I play 8K, aka I play 16K. You know exactly why UHDking. Don't forget to smash that like button for support. A lot of time, money, energy is invested. Share it with your friends, positive comments. Check out the video comments for more related videos to this topic. I'm going to also post there 4K, 5K, 6K, 7K, 8K, 10K, 12K on a single Titan RTX. including the two Titan RTX SLI on this system, and the future systems will be included in video comments, as well as 16K UHD, as well as mobile devices that you don't miss, like M2, M3 chips by the Apple, and some Android, very advanced Android chips. Alright, that's it. That's pretty much it. Have a good morning, good day, good afternoon, and I will see you guys till the next videos. Don't forget to watch this video in 8K UHD for the best possible maximum visual experience.